Hello and welcome to the New Age Geek channel. If you're new here, we are building an inclusive space for people of all walks of life through the power of friendship, magic, and tabletop role-playing games. Tonight we have Forging Fate, the sober D&D campaign in the Critical Role world of Exandria, following our adventuring party, the Fists of Fate. What's up, Fists?
What's up? Just a quick reminder for everybody in the chat that the New Age Geeks includes more than just us up here on the screen. It relies on all of you wonderful geeks and your participation in this community that we are building together. If you want to become one of the New Age Geeks, you can. Just make sure to subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels and join our Discord, where you'll find moderated chats, emotes by one of our favorite geeks, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. We love you. And chat rooms with the cast and other members of this growing community. Another quick note that the best way to help us out is with engagement. So we'd greatly appreciate if you'd watch the video all the way through, like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so these platforms know to share us with everybody else. But then beyond that, we have posts going up on Twitter, on Instagram, and TikTok. So if you're on these platforms, make sure to give us a follow for more geeky goodness.
Shout out to It's Kusa-chan in the chat, gifting subs, subscribing themselves for 22 months. Yes, Anderson subscribed with Amazon Prime. And speaking of, if you're already paying for Amazon Prime, you get Twitch Prime absolutely free, and that scores you a free 1-month subscription to the channel of your choosing. Every month you need to go in and resubscribe to that channel, like Yes Anderson did, but it's a small price to pay to not have to pay a price at all. If you find yourself in a charitable mood, you may subscribe on Twitch and YouTube. You can gift subscriptions to others, like It's Kusa-chan just did 3 of them in our chat just now, so thank you again for that. You could cheer using bits. Again, It's Kusa-chan leading by example. You can donate via PayPal. We have a merch shop with dozens of choices for you to buy things for yourself or your loved ones. We even have a Patreon for you to subscribe to. Lastly, if you wish to become a sponsor, you can reach out to us on our Instagram page at New Age Geeks with the underscores between the words to begin those discussions.
Okay, and if you enjoy the music we have going on here on Forging Fates, we highly recommend checking out the SonCraft bot. SonCraft bot allows you to play open source, community-selected music and soundscapes directly from your Discord server with just a few clicks. Whether you're playing with friends or streaming on Twitch, you can use the audio stress-free. With their pro-level subscription, you get their playlist builder, shareable playlist codes, access to 40-plus music genres and 20-plus soundscape types, global genre selections, and 2 premium Discord servers, all for just $10 a month. But using our referral code NAG, that's N-A-G, you get $2 off your subscription for the first 3 months. All you need to do to get started is invite the SonCraft bot of your choosing into your server, then just hit play and let SonCraft take care of the rest. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Announcements. We already did some of them. Happy birthday, Adam. Love you.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Next, let's see, tomorrow there is no spell shots. That's an update to the schedule. And we are back
This Wednesday we have QPD, Queer and Present Danger, so make sure to tune in.
How does our audio sound, chat? Everything good? Think everything's working.
Yeah, no complaints.
It's a Christmas miracle.
On our YouTube.
Don't jinx it.
Yes. Today, check out the Goodberry Cafe from last week, where Jem got to play This Is the End?
Before the Storm.
Before the Storm. I was looking at so many videos today doing editing. Before the Storm, it was awesome, a lot of fun, emotional, far more emotional than I expected.
It was so good.
Yeah, really good. All right, I think, is that it? Got all the announcements? Anything I'm forgetting?
Yeah.
All right, well, with that then, let's dive into tonight's episode of Forging Fates. Okay. So, picking up where we last left off, the Gormrog, completed his examination to be an expositor in the Cobalt Reserve, going through several tests in which tested his imagination, his intelligence, his creativity, his decision-making skills, and other things. But he was able to eventually pass all of the tests and become gifted his blue robes of an expositor. While that was happening, the rest of the team was doing research on their various things, their various side goals. And from there, the team would make their way over towards the Lord Mayor's residence, in which they had a meeting with them and some members of Vox Machina, including Percy and Pike, which, after explaining the situation to the Lord Mayor, some of the members of Vox Machina approached in an airship, alerting the guards and the Fists of Fate to kind of be unprepared as a airship suddenly burst into the city. Our own resident assassin, Rabbit, wanting to shoot it down as it approached. But with a well-timed message spell, they were able to identify the ship, and it was able to safely land at the Lord Mayor's residence.
What's one crossbow bolt gonna do?
Right. As the members, as Percy and Pike departed the ship, they began to go over the damage that had been done to Whitestone, the destruction that had happened there, the death of their party member Grog, and it was seen that Percy had lost one of his legs in the process of the battle against the two avatars of the Primordials.
The two bitches.
Bitch-ass bitches.
Bitch-ass.
But the party soon found out that Percy was giving them the airship that they had flown in on, the Skyward Seraph, and it was at this point Whisper would sense the elemental energies that emanated from the ship, as well as a familiar vibration approaching the city and making their way through closer and closer towards her. As this happened, the blade that she has bound her soul to began to attempt to take control once more, and with a quick run around a corner, the arm that had become corrupted, or cursed rather, had begun to emanate these wispy, ethereal black shadows out. The blade solidified in her grasp, and it would lunge out towards one of the fists, and that is where we last left off. So, picking up from that, first and foremost, Whisper, can you go ahead and roll a d5 for me?
What is it? A D5?
Here we go.
Roll d6.
I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, and y'all give me shit for being confused about a D3.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna use my Hades Town dice for this. Oh, it's hard. Oh, I can't roll with my right hand. Okay.
Oh no.
5.
5. Okay, so that is going to be Tristan. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Wait, what?
With the Nox blade?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Wait, I'm rolling an attack?
No.
No, I'm attacking you.
Oh, I was gonna say, okay.
Isn't she
I'm the
holding
bad
me?
guy. Oh, sorry. 21 to hit.
I believe it hits.
Oh no.
I don't think any of us have an AC that's over 21.
Not yet.
I have shield.
Can you guys hear the music or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There it is.
Roll damage.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. That's 3 damage on the Nox blade.
All right. And with that, I need all of you to go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh god. Oh, come on.
You know what? Not even next. We're fighting.
Oh no! 7 is a.
Oh, I get advantage on initiative.
Gormrog, don't forget you have 3 levels of exhaustion currently.
Oh shit.
All right. Whisper, what'd you get?
14.
Gormrog. Gormrog, what'd you get?
I got a 15.
Tristan, what'd you get?
20.
Finnick. 2.
I got a 2.
Clover, what'd you get?
Also a 20.
20. So it's going to be Clover, Tristan, Gorm, Whisper, and then Finnick.
I've been cursed on initiative. Unfortunately. I know about new dice.
I originally rolled a 5, and then I have an advantage, and I rolled a 19. I have a +1.
Nice.
All right, Clover, you're up first.
Oh, this is terrible. So we're all next to each other.
Yes.
Justin just looks confused. He's taking it and just looks very confused.
I'm also very confused. I would like to attempt to hit the blade out of Whisper's hand.
Okay. Go ahead and...
But like with my sword, like I'm using my sword to hit the sword out of her hand. Can I do
Okay,
that?
so go ahead and roll an
Maybe-
attack. I'm going to say it's going to be at disadvantage because you're aiming for a specific part.
Okay. I am next to her, so I am using steady aim, so it'll be a straight roll.
Okay.
Okay. 7 is 19 to hit.
It's
Okay. Whisper, roll a strength check at advantage.
dirty 20.
What is it?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah.
I thought you said 35.
That's what I heard. 37. I was like, Jesus.
Sorry. Let me adjust my mic.
God
All
damn.
So you Clover, you bring your blade up, slam the blade into her hand, and you see her involuntarily gripping down onto the blade. Are you attempting to do damage as well, or no?
That's a difficult question to answer. I mean, if my sword hit her, I would assume that I do damage. But luckily, I rolled a 1 on the d8, so that's only 5 damage. I'm sorry, I love you.
You get sneak attack on that?
No, because it was a straight roll.
Also, Joe, they're not picking up on the music in the chat.
I
Okay.
believe that because he gave me
I just
disadvantage.
raised it, so.
Oh, you're right, because there's people next to it. Oh, you're right. You know, I can't roll sneak attack because I don't want to.
Oh, well, you had
Fair.
disadvantage, and then you had advantage, so it still wouldn't be advantage, so.
Well, it's because everyone's next to her, so I did. But I'm not going to take it anyway.
Okay. All right. So does that, you want to move at all, or?
I can't, because I used steady.
Right, okay. Tristan, you're up.
All right. I'm going to. Tristan is going to. I'm gonna use shift. So Tristan's gonna, scales and teeth and fangs grow. He's gonna go into his shift. I gotta roll a d6. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. On 11 to my temporary hit points. All right. And my AC goes up 1 for that. Tristan's gonna shift, go into more of a bestial dragonite form, and he's going to. Is she right in front of me?
Yeah.
Is the sword still on me, like in my where she hit me, or is it?
No, she just sliced you, and then it.
Okay. I'm going to use my free action to whisper. What are you doing? And then I'm going to attempt to grapple her.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an athletics check for me.
Cock dice. 11. You said acrobatics, right?
Athletics.
11. Athletics. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15. Okay. I'm gonna assume Whisper's not gonna not let you grapple her. So you wrap your arms up around Whisper. If that changes, we'll adjust. Do you want to do anything else?
That was my bonus action. Well, depending on what would happen here is whether I would decide to use my second action as an attack or not.
All right. We'll come back to you then.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. I have to see what happens from this part.
Right. All right. The blade is gonna go now.
I'm sorry?
It is going to turn. It's going to manipulate her wrist, and you see her. Okay, Whisper, real quick. Did you want to prevent Tristan from grabbing you?
Trying to grab her.
No.
All right. So you are currently grappled. So did you want to do anything else when you turn, Tristan, or no?
If I don't feel any resistance, then I'm going to. No, I'm gonna. That's my turn.
All right. With that, Whisper, your arm, with the black tendrils coming up off of it, your arm kind of raises up inside of his grip. Your wrist turns around 180 degrees, and you hear bones and snapping and popping, and your arm swings back to stab into Tristan. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Can I fight back against this at all?
On your turn, you can.
Oh, it's not my turn. Okay.
No! Ew!
That's an 8 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. Let's see here. What else can we do?
Does it doing that damage me?
Yes, it does. It is going to use the black snake-like ethereal tendrils are going to go ahead and lash out at everyone within a 5-foot radius of you. So, Clover, that's a natural 1. Tristan, that is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
And Gormrog, that is a 20 to hit.
No.
Am I not within 5 feet of her?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 20 hits.
All right. Tristan, you take 1 necrotic damage. And Gormrog, you take 4 necrotic damage.
Bastard.
And Whisper, from your wrist turning around, you take 3 damage.
Okay.
That is going to end its turn, though. So that is... Man, I'm hitting every wrong button here.
Just quick. If I used my bonus action and I used my free action, I could have used an actual action during my turn, right?
Use an
A regular
action to
action?
grapple.
Oh, okay, that was that, and that doesn't count as like an attack. Is 2 attacks. I wouldn't be able to grapple and do another thing that would cost an action, right?
You have
That
2
doesn't count
attack.
for 2
You have 2
attacks.
attack actions per turn. You used 1 to grapple. You would have
So
had
I
another
could
one.
have used.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
Gormrog, you're up.
I don't...
Yep.
don't want to hurt you. But you're not really giving us much choice. What's going on, Whisper?
I don't know if I'm.
Okay.
Am I present to
Yeah,
respond?
you're present.
Okay. I was like, I wasn't sure.
Just the one arm you can't control?
I was like, I'll like with a shake in my voice, be like, I don't know.
Okay. Can I make an insight check here to see if there's I don't know, a source for the control that I might separate from her?
I mean, I won't even make you roll for it. You can pretty much tell it's the sword is in some way controlling. It's autonomous in some way.
Oh, and it has bound itself to her soul, and her arm is now its arm.
Correct.
We gotta get to Vasselheim, guys.
I'm
There's
thinking
people
about
who
just
can
chopping
help.
off her arm.
What? I'm just
I mean-
saying, we're headed to Vasselheim. People who can help.
Percy can make her a new arm, right?
Well, she's also trying to kill us. We gotta do. Well, the arm is, not her.
All right.
But we also don't know if that will hurt her in the process.
She's being grappled.
Donald.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. No, she is being grappled. Tristan is grappling her.
Okay. Does that mean I get advantage on attacks?
I believe so.
But how many levels of exhaustion you got?
I've got 3, so I have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that I can turn this into a flat roll. Oh, wow. Music change. Okay.
Damn, we trained for anything. This is it.
Got real.
I want to try and, like, punch just the arm.
All right, you can make your attack at disadvantage because it's a precision strike.
Damn. Nabla. That's +6, so 15 to hit.
Hit.
I'm gonna burn a key point. No, wait. I gotta jump back and forth between tabs here. D&D Beyond is an excellent resource, you guys. Where the hell is Stunning Strike?
Sponsor us.
Yeah, spend a key point. Make a Constitution saving throw, DC 15, or you're stunned.
Okay.
And while you do that, I'll roll damage.
Ooh, that's a critical fail. It's a 2.
And I only rolled a 1, so that's 4 points of bludgeoning damage. But you are stunned, which means you cannot
My
take
arm might not
actions.
be.
Well, that's why I'm hitting just the arm, because I want to stun the arm, so that even if it's trying to take control, it can't.
All right, I'm gonna say the stun ability can't be targeted to specific appendages like that. Whisper
her
is
whole
stunned.
being, like I'm attacking her arm,
Right.
and putting the stunning strike into it. So
Right.
if she's stunned, it
So
should
Whisper
be too.
is stunned. And we'll see if the blade is stunned.
You son of a gun. I'm trying to do like the Avatar The Last Airbender, like chi
Right.
blocking thing, where like just and I'm not gonna use my extra attack or bonus action attacks.
No, I can't say that.
Let me see. Where's my items inventory? Where is it? Damn it, I've already used it. Okay. Never mind. End my turn.
All right. Whisper, you are currently stunned, but if you'd like to try and do something that doesn't require movement or something.
Well,
Shit.
stunned creatures can't do anything, can they?
Right.
Yeah.
I know, but you have your mental faculties about you if you'd like to think of something.
Can I, like, mentally try to push back against the control in some way, shape, or form?
Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Nope, that's a 5.
Okay. Finnick, you're up.
Cool. I'm gonna walk up to Whisper, and I'm really hoping and praying that this is gonna work. But I'm gonna try and cast protection from evil and good on her with a focus on elementals.
Okay.
I don't know
So-
what that spell does.
So until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures. And overall, it's aberrations, celestials, elemental, fae, fiends, and undead. This protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types had disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect.
Okay. So on your next turn, Whisper, you will have advantage against your saving throw.
And I really hope this doesn't fuck me over, but I'm gonna quicken spell guidance on Whisper, not on her arm.
Okay.
So giving her that guidance to the saving throw, hopefully.
All right. Does that end your turn?
that will end my turn. But now I am within 5 feet of her because I had to move up. So.
I will say, at the top of the round, Clover, you hear footsteps running down the hallway.
Oh no.
Running towards you.
Got it. Good.
You also hear the faint in the distance, a familiar sound of explosion somewhere in Western.
That's so.
Why?
And you feel the whole building vibrate a little bit under your feet.
That's so good. It's just so fantastic. Cool.
Clover, you're up.
I still don't know. I don't want to hurt her. And I'm gonna give her one more chance to get out of this spell, and I'm just gonna try to hit the sword out of her hand again.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack at disadvantage.
And I'm gonna do it at steady aim again, so it's just a straight roll.
Right.
Okay, that wasn't bad. What is that? It's a dirty 20.
Hit.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a athletics saving throw for me at advantage, Whisper. Athletics check
saving?
at advantage, not a saving throw.
Athletics check, okay. At advantage. $19.
Okay, so Clover, you bash down against Whisper's hand, and her grip finally loosens as the blade begins to fall from her grip and just disappears.
Oh. Oh. We don't see where it goes.
Nope, it just evaporates into like a puff of black smoke.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Anything else you want to do?
Nope. That was it.
All right.
Do I take damage from that?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
I was like, maybe we'll all just conveniently forget. No, you take 8 damage.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Tristan, you're up.
All right. I just walk in for
Whisper,
seconds.
the blade just got knocked out of Whisper's hand, and it disappeared into a puff of smoke.
Okay, and I'm still grappling her, right?
You're grappling her. Yes, the black like snake-like things are like flailing out from her arm. Like some of them are trying to bite into your shoulder. You feel them like impact against you. They bite against your neck, and it's.
All right, so I am going to. Am I taking damage for that, or does I feel like I'm being attacked, or?
I mean, you took damage from them before when they attacked you, but like these are
Yeah.
they're just like hitting you currently. Then it's not enough to damage you.
Okay, so I'm gonna after that I'm gonna let her go instinctively. I don't know if that takes an action to let her go.
No.
All right, so I'm gonna let her go. And is there anybody else or anything else happening around me that I notice?
You hear the guards running down. You what's your passive perception?
15.
You hear the faint sound of explosion in the distance.
All right, I'm going to use my free action to just let the group around me know that what is that? And I'm gonna. Do I hear direction? Are the direction of the explosions coming from where the guards are coming from?
Somewhere outside.
All right, I'm going to turn around. I'm gonna take one step away from the group, like
This way?
up one. Yeah,
That
I'm
way?
gonna go. Yeah, I'm not sure.
What's your armor class, Tristan?
Right now it's 16.
16.
Who is that right next to me?
This is Gormrog. This is
All right.
Whisper. Clover.
I'm gonna go up to Gormrog. I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm gonna look at him and tap my head in his forehead, and I'm gonna give him a bolstering magic, so he gets, for the next 10 minutes, he can roll a D3 whenever making an attack roll or ability check, and get a D3 added on to his number.
Okay.
For the next 10 minutes.
All right.
That's my first action, and then I'm gonna move right in front of the, move up one and left twice, into the hallway. Yeah, there. And I'm gonna look towards that direction, and I'm gonna go into a rage and end my turn.
All right. Whisper, go ahead and roll an attack for me.
With what?
The Nox Blade.
Okay. $21.
Tristan,
Nox Blade.
as you move away from Whisper, you suddenly feel something stab into your back. As Whisper, your arm rotates around, and the blade reforms in your hand, stabbing into Tristan's back.
Can I use a reaction on that?
Sure.
Cool. I'm gonna sentinel that, and I'm gonna steady aim and hit her arm again. Can I do that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay.
And that was 4
I gotta
damage.
my wild surge. I gotta roll my wild surge.
And was that a disadvantage again, or regular?
If you're aiming for just the arm, then yes, it's a
So when I went into my rage, my wild surge, I teleport to 30 feet to an unoccupied space until my rage ends. I can use the effect as a bonus action every turn from here. So does that happen this turn when it happened?
Hold on. Everyone slow down.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Hold.
Okay. You raged when you went into the hallway, Tristan. So
Yes.
that's not going to matter for this.
Okay, that's
You still take 4 damage from the blade. Clover, you make your attack, your reaction.
That's 17 to hit.
That hits. Whisper, make a strength athletics check at advantage.
$14.
Okay, so you drop the blade again and it evaporates, but the sentinel doesn't stop the attack from not working. So he still gets stabbed. I'm reading this right
I
now.
lost the sword again. That was dumb. Clover.
When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use a reaction to make a melee weapon attack against that attacking creature. Doesn't say anything about stopping the attack from working. So,
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know. I had to check because I was like, I
sorry.
wasn't sure if it made it so that it didn't attack. So that's why I had to read it for myself.
It was just me trying to
Gotcha.
attack.
How much damage do I take?
5.
9,000.
Okay. And now, as you're in the hallway, Tristan, now you rage and you can do your teleport if you'd like to.
I'm not going to. Depending on what was going to happen there, I'm not going to. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I just wanted. There was a lot going on.
we're
I just
good.
wanted to clear it all up.
Actually, no. I'm sorry.
Go
Yes,
ahead.
I do. I want 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I want to. I can. It doesn't say I can teleport where I want, right? Until your rage ends, you teleport to 30 feet to an unoccupied space. Yeah. I want to go right into that very corner of the hallway.
Which one?
Like where I'm at. See, I'm in the middle of the hallway. Go down one, then over to right. Yep, and keep going to the right. No. Yeah. Right there.
So you're going into the room you were just in, into the corner.
But no, one space to the left. There, the one right by the. There, right there. That's where I want to go.
Okay.
Thank you.
It is going to be the Blade's turn now. Whisper. It is going to go ahead and do Vampiric Touch. It's going to do it against Clover.
No.
So go ahead and roll that attack for me.
Get that out.
That's a 17.
That doesn't hit.
Can I use? Or does it hit or does it not?
It unfortunately that is my armor class.
Okay.
Can I attempt to use silvery barbs to give Whisper disadvantage?
Oh, but you wait. I was blurred. I am blurred right now. So
Yes.
Oh, that's true.
That's true.
That's true.
All right. So the blur makes it so she has to do.
You go one more.
All right. Yeah. Just roll again for me, Whisper.
And that's worse. 23.
Okay. Yeah. Do.
Would silvery barbs give her another disadvantage?
No.
Well, because silvery barbs, I force her to re-roll and take the worst roll.
Okay. So she rolls again, but it's not a disadvantage. It's just her rolling again.
But whichever one is lower, she has to take it.
Right. Okay. So roll again, Whisper.
Okay.
And then I'll give the advantage to Gormrog.
Okay.
So Gormrog, you have advantage on your next roll.
Yeah, that's a nat 20, so...
So it was the 19 was the one,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's still hits, or 17, whatever. But that was
Hey,
my
made her waste a natural 20. That's good.
that's fine.
All right. So Clover, you feel the blade slice across your arm, and as the arm swings out, all of those tendrils reach out to you at once, clamp on around your whole body, and you feel your body just pulse with necrotic energy. Go ahead and roll damage, Whisper.
Honestly,
That's
that sounds
9.
kind of hot. I'll take it.
So the fact that she's stunned did nothing at all.
The arm is moving independently on its own.
Also, I was
Wow.
stunned for 1 turn. It's already...
It's until my turn.
Yeah.
Oh, here. Well, it's 9 damage.
Until the end of my turn. So you should still be stunned.
Yep.
Yeah.
Her body is stunned. It is just the arm that is moving.
Yeah.
And I can't
Yep.
fight back against it.
This is fine. It's totally fine.
9 necrotic damage.
She's just
Uh,
giving her. I appreciate it.
Okay. And it is then going to make another attack with all of the tendrils. So that is 1 against you, Clover. That's a natural 20. 1 against Gormrog. That is a 17. And
Hit.
1 against Finnick. That is a 14.
Miss.
All right. So Gormrog. That's 2 necrotic damage.
Yep.
Clover. That is 8 necrotic damage.
Love it. Thanks.
Gormrog, you're up.
I'm gonna look at Whisper and say, I'm sorry. And I'm gonna unload 4 attacks into her.
Hey, go ahead and roll. She is still stunned, so if you're making them against Whisper specific, like just Whisper in general, then go ahead and roll all your attacks with advantage.
And what is that D3 I was given from Tristan?
It gives you an ability when you do an hold on. When you roll an ability check or a saving throw, you get a +3, a D3 added onto it.
Check and saving throw. Okay. So I'm still exhausted, so my attacks are at disadvantage. I get advantage on these, so these are flat rolls, yeah?
Yep.
Alright. So the first one is a dirty 20. The second one is a 19. The third one is 23.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth one is a 15.
All hit.
9 plus 5 is 14. Plus 5 is 19. Plus 4 is 23.
Total?
Yeah. And please make a dexterity saving throw, DC 15. And if you fail, you are prone.
It's at disadvantage because she's stunned still, correct?
Yeah.
Does she automatically fail dexterity saving throws? With stun? I don't remember.
That seems right.
I gotta check conditions. Conditions are available on D&D Beyond. If you scroll down, you'll find stun second to last, where it says they are incapacitated, can't move, can't speak, and automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against these creatures also have advantage.
All right, so Whisper is now prone. Start stomping Whisper out.
Oh. But that is my turn.
All right, Whisper, you're up, and you are no longer stunned, but you are prone.
Yeah. Can I try to fight against the thing?
Yeah, go ahead. You have advantage because of
Because of
And
protection
guidance.
versus evil. Protection from evil and good.
and you also have
And guidance.
Guidance, yes.
And what's the guidance of D4?
D4.
Yeah.
Alright. And it's a Constitution saving throw?
Yep.
That's 15.
Okay. Describe how you're doing this. What is Whisper thinking about in this moment?
She tried to think about food and realized that wasn't working. So now she started by thinking about Talon and freeing him and riding Talon. She started thinking about meeting the rest of the Fists of Fate and meeting Finnick on the road. Just all the experiences that she's had with them so far. Having everyone come after her when she ran off. So she's just trying to use that like positive memories and not let that itch in the back of her mind take over.
As you bring these memories to the front of your mind, you hear that familiar voice creep in the back. You're growing weaker, Whisper, and I'm growing stronger. You see those black tendrils begin to evaporate and disappear. And the blade puffs away in your grasp.
I'm looking rough.
So where are we at?
Next up is Finnick.
Does Whisper or does I don't know how to phrase it. Does Whisper or her arms still seem hostile?
You see it kind of limp down to the side now as the blade, everything disappears from its grip, and you see the bones are like broken inside of it as the wrist is kind of like bent at this unnatural angle now.
And I, on my turn, have barely escaped a very weak help.
How bad is Whisper looking right now? Like,
The worst you've seen her in a while.
I will do a quicken spell cure wounds at the 2nd level.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty. That's all right. So Whisper, you heal 15 hit points.
It's looking much better.
And then I'm going to hold my action in case she starts to attack again. I'd like to. Can I prepare a grapple?
Yeah,
Like,
I'd say you can hold a
hold-
grapple.
Yeah, I just want to hold a grapple in
Okay.
case it attacks again.
Okay.
Really
that in your
excited
turn?
to see what Clover's about to do.
Is that in your turn, Finnick?
Yeah.
All right.
There's action and bonus action.
It is going to be the guards' turn. They're going to run up towards all of you.
Oh shit, I forgot about them.
Is everything okay? We heard commotion. There's something going on outside. Is everything okay?
What's the explosion?
We don't know. We're on our way to check
We're
the
fine here.
balcony now. Are
We're
you all
fine
right in
here.
here? We
Here.
heard something.
Just a little disagreement, it's fine.
What?
Just Whisper, just on the ground, moaning.
Is she okay?
As I'm
I'll
kneeling
pick up
down,
thumbs up.
I'm kneeling down, healing her. It's fine, just a little disagreement.
Okay.
I'm very clumsy.
Okay.
Where's Tristan?
Hiding behind this wall back here.
He's here.
This looks totally above board. It's fine.
All right. Did anyone want to do anything else, or are we gonna move on from combat? Did you want to? Anyone want to attack the guards, or?
They don't seem
Why would we do
hostile.
that?
No. Can my passive insight actually check if any of them are they fake or are they coming into?
That's not how passive insight works. But
I'm trying to learn. So I'm gonna start
I know.
using it.
Go ahead and roll an insight check for me.
Okay. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Okay. They seem like they are concerned about the commotion they heard, and they were coming over to check, but none of them seem like they're trying to hide anything nefarious.
And we're not in free talking actions, are we? Or we're...
Well, if no one wants to do anything else, then yeah, we're gonna open it up to.
I think we're out of combat.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I wasn't sure if Clover was just gonna take advantage of the fact that Whisper is now, like, on the floor. And,
I gotta ask. Clover
just-
might just go
Yeah.
full assassin mode.
I don't know.
I said that the only reason I didn't go full assassin mode last round is because I wanted to see if she got out of it this round, and she did. So,
Okay.
so we are.
I don't know what level of chaos you're in today.
I'm in the level of chaos where I want to go find out where that fucking explosion came from.
Ditto.
Valid. Fair. Yep. On board.
Hold on. Good night, Sarah.
Also,
We love you.
So if we're like done with this, Gormrog's gonna kind of wobble a bit. His arms are gonna go limp.
Nothing's gonna catch him if he seems to fall.
No, he doesn't fall, but
Okay.
like, I'm gonna reach out my hand to help Whisper up.
I'll help Whisper up as well.
As you all begin to help Whisper up, the guards begin to make their way out towards the airship platform.
While they're doing that, Tristan's actually
Our
gonna
airship?
follow the guards.
You're following the guards, Tristan?
Stay away from my airship.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd like to tag along with Tristan.
Okay.
I'm
Alright.
sticking with Whisper.
All right. So Tristan and Clover, as you follow the guards out, you see Percy, Pike, and the Lord Mayor, as well as her entourage of guards that were out there with you before, and now these new ones, standing up close towards the edge of this elevated platform, looking out into the city where there are smoke rising over towards the Scholar Ward.
Shit.
I would like to climb the tallest tree and see what I can see from a higher point.
You're on an elevated platform of like built into the actual like
Oh, we're not
building.
in like a wooded area. Okay.
No, it's like stone and plaster.
Oh, got it. Okay. All right. So what can I see?
From there, you see smoke rising in the direction of the Scholars Ward. You see guards rushing down the streets from your central position, rushing down the street into that direction. You see fires appearing every little bit, every few blocks. You see a fire begin to catch on a building, and you see like this like a trail of fire making its way through the streets. You see bits of rock and stone jutting up every once in a while, smashing through the roofs of buildings in the distance. That's what you see from right now.
Are the guards still running further away? Like, are they stopping at a spot and...
So the guards you ran out here with all rush up to the Lord Mayor to protect her, and they circle her and say, Lord Mayor, we should return inside. I'm not going to abandon my people. You see them having a small disagreement as to her safety.
All right, so I see that she's with me, so I'm gonna look at Taz, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna nudge over to that. Let's walk over to them and see what's going on. And I'm gonna go over there.
Over where?
To where they're having a disagreement, where they don't know, she doesn't want to go, or...
Okay. What about you, Clover?
I mean, I would like to rush back to...
Oh, Clover, I'm sorry.
You're good. It's okay. I would like to run over to Whisper Finnick and Ormrog and say, Whisper, can you fight right now?
If I could get more healing without using any of your like power, I think if they're here, we're gonna need all of our magic. But do you think they have like healing potions here?
I need to be healed too.
Yeah, we're all kind of rough right now.
Correct.
You're muted, Finnick.
I mean, I'm doing fine, but I know the rest of you have taken quite a beating. I
want to go see what's happening.
I do too.
I don't think it's anything good.
How bad is everyone looking right now?
Whisper is at 16 hit points, I'm guessing.
No.
Finnick killed her a lot.
Yeah.
I'm about a third of the way down on my hit points.
Okay. Cormog, I know you're just super tired.
3 levels of exhaustion, no key points left.
Yeah.
And I'm slightly hurt physically.
I don't think we'd survive fighting them right now.
I mean, Clover, if you and I want to go take a look, I'm willing to go take a look.
I don't know if we should separate, but I bet Tristan will come with us too.
I have an idea.
Okay.
What do you got?
I'm just gonna point to the airship that's literally right next to us. And
Well, that's outside.
I could stay.
That's outside.
Are we not on an airship platform?
I thought you guys were inside. You had followed
Oh,
Whisper
yeah,
inside.
yeah,
We're on the platform next to the airship.
This is inside.
Whatever. We can see through the window, right? That's how we knew it was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna point to it. So you can just take that thing. Y'all can
Run?
get off. I can stay on.
So are you trying to say you'll fly us around, or should we just meet you back here?
You know, fly down to where
I
there's
don't
a
know
whole
if-
crew on it.
I just worry
Right.
about them attacking the airship, but that's... Maybe I'm just paranoid.
I'm gonna like we were Joe outside the game. We were told there's a crew on it, right?
Correct.
Yes.
They're ours to command for a while.
Correct.
They've been paid. And there's cannons on it, yeah?
Correct.
Okay. Cannons stole.
If my notes are correct, there's 2 cannons.
Yep.
Yeah. Reading my notes. You got a pilot, 2 navigators, an engineer, and 2 gunners. So we don't technically need to do anything but give them orders while we're on it. And yeah, I'm gonna just point to the airship and say we could just take that. If you want to get down off the airship, we can facilitate that, but like we might not even need to.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. Let's go check it out. I want to see where the damage is. It could. I mean, I hate to say it, but it could be Marie Lynn's again. So we should go find out.
That's in the Opal Ward, not in the Scholar Ward.
What's
right?
up, Whisper?
Wait, isn't
Yes.
the one guy with the heart or something? He's in the Scholar Ward, right? I forget his fucking name, but
He's the Spellwright Histix Salgem.
that's a
Um,
bitch. Let's go.
How far away from Marie Lynn's are we?
10 years and
We're not
72
there anymore,
miles.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's that's not where you are now.
2 seconds. Okay, thank you.
All right. What'd you have to say, Whisper?
Where are Percy and Pike? Right
They're
now?
out on the platform.
Okay. Before we go, maybe we can see if Pike can heal us or anything.
That's a good
Yeah,
idea.
maybe Gormog, she could make you less tired.
I don't know if that's a thing, but I welcome it if it is.
If we can try.
Yeah, I start making my way to the platform.
Okay.
I follow.
I follow.
All right.
Outside on the platform, it's who's there?
You see the Lord Mayor. You see Percy, Pike, as well as about 8 guards.
I was also. I went to the
Tristan.
Lord Mayor.
Yes.
I'm gonna say to Percy and Pike, you getting in on this? We're jumping on board and we're going down there. We
Yep.
could use help.
Let's get to that. As you all make your way out towards the platform, running up next to Percy and Pike and all of them, you see them looking down over the edge into the streets below. It's at this point you see a familiar figure rounding that corner towards you. A large hulking individual's hair kind of slicked back into this almost fiery tuft behind his head. You see that patch across his one eye. Across his body, you see that familiar armor with the runes engraved on it. You see in his right hand extended that long fiery blade, glowing orange red with heat. You see something new on his form, however, though. You see draped across his shoulders this massive gray and black wolf. Its head kind of draped over his right shoulder. You see Pike seeing this, raise her hand up to her face and gasp. And you hear her whisper a name. You're not. None of you would probably be familiar with. Goldrick. And it's at that point Percy pulls out his gun and aims towards Rainer. I told you I would be back. Did you miss me? Anyone want to say anything?
I'm just prepping a fucking lightning bolt.
And
I'm also prepping a bolt.
The stress and anxiety is starting to get to me as like little bits of like static start to come off of me as this energy just builds up in my hands.
Tristan just goes into his face goes into full reptilian and fangs grow, and he's just staring deep and trying to find as far as away they are for the eyes. Just stare down in that angle.
Okay.
With his scales glowing.
Have you had a change of heart yet, Whisper? It's your last chance.
No, I think I'm still good.
As you say that, you see the ground
Goodness.
around him begin to bubble, and stones begin to protrude up. You see a hand push out from the ground, this red orb in its grasp. As this stone hand produces a familiar red orb in front of him. Reaches out, grabs it.
That's when I let loose the lightning bolt.
Okay, go ahead and what does he got to roll?
Dexterity saving throw.
What's the DC?
15.
That is a 17.
Silvery barbs. I'm giving advantage to Clover
That's 19
on her next roll.
plus whatever.
That's okay. That's still half damage.
As you shoot the lightning bolt, go ahead and roll your damage, by the way. As you shoot the lightning bolt, you see the stone kind of pull out more as the lightning bolt etches closer and slams into the creature, deflecting it away from his body. A few zaps gonna arc against his face. He tucks the stone away into a bag behind him.
Hold on, I gotta do math. Hold on. So that's still 18 points of lightning damage.
Okay. See the
When it's
electricity kind of
halved.
arc against him. You see him reach his other hand, his free hand up to the eye patch on his eye and lift it off. You see this glowing golden and red symbol in his eye socket. You see it begin to glow brighter and brighter before a small red orb shoots out from the eye,
No. I
aiming
don't want
towards
it.
all of you. It's at this point you see Percy kind of limp over and step in front of you, opening up the cape behind him as the explosion explodes out in front of him, this massive fireball. You see it suck down into the inside of his cloak. The runes behind him igniting with this elemental energy, crackling with electricity. That's only going to work on me once, friend. And that's where we're going to take our break.
I'm
Mm.
gonna die.
Shit.
Okay. We'll be back in a few minutes. Get some snacks and get ready for whatever this is about to happen. See you guys in a minute.
Fuck.
battle cam's thing is right on it, so he is going to rotate.
Woo!
Play actually more out here. Okay.
There's a lot more of us than I thought.
Yeah, 8 guards, Lord Mayor, Percy, and Pike.
16 total.
Mm.
Okay.
Ew.
As Percy finishes absorbing the fireball into the cloak, he's going to turn to Pike. Pike. I forgot. What's my Percy voice? I forgot. I haven't done Percy in a while.
You did it before the break.
No. I mean, like, I felt like I messed it up then, too. Pike, take them. Go with them to Vasselheim. They're going to need you to do the introductions there. Percy, I can't leave you. Go, Pike. Get them out of here.
We can all make it.
Turns towards you, Finnick. Someone's gonna have to hold him back. And as,
What the fuck are the guards for?
How far away is he?
150 feet away. As this is happening, you see rising up from him, in front of him, the stone. The stone rises up, and around him you see flames beginning to burst into space. You see 2 armored elementals begin to pull up behind him.
So we're just gonna abandon this area while it's being attacked?
I don't know how much we can do, Clover.
We are all not healed.
Cornrog's exhausted, Whisper's fighting against herself. I mean, we can try, but...
If we die now, how do we save everything?
Okay.
If you give it to me, I'll leave.
He's after what I have anyways. So if he sees me leave,
He's gonna have to come after you, and then we will get him then.
But Whisper, we don't know what happens if he takes it away from you.
I'm dead. So we can't let him take it.
If we go to Vasselheim, we'll have people that can help.
That's what I'm saying. But like, if we leave, he
Yeah.
might leave.
Yeah.
I mean, we have an airship. I don't
Let's
know
go.
what he's got.
Yes, let's go on the airship.
I'm growing impatient. It's at that point.
And you are growing pain in my ass.
It's at that point Percy fires off a round from his firearm, and you see the stone elemental just deflect the bullet away.
I think we should get going.
I'm getting on the ship.
I'm following everyone on board as well.
I will be the last one on the ship.
I was gonna say that.
So was I.
Say that.
Clover, go!
Cool. Okay.
Screw you,
Clover,
Edge Lords. I'm getting on
you.
first.
I feel like I'm the most not damaged physically one here.
And not to, but Tristan, I'm gonna go into a rage,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna look at Finnick, but my eyes are gonna go from reptilian in a rage to normal, and give her not a saying aside, say, please, just go. And then they're gonna.
Tristan,
flare
we're
right back
both
up.
getting on that ship, whether you like it or not.
Then we stand here until they're both on.
So
Wait,
everyone's...
The 3 of us want to be the last one on the ship right now. All right, I'm going on the fucking ship.
Whisper's on the fucking ship.
My thing is like, Percy told Pike to get on the ship, so I'm waiting for Pike to get on.
She walks onto the ship. She is following Percy's orders.
Okay. I'm just looking at Tristan like, get on the fucking ship. Trying to be that thing where it's like, no you.
Grab Finnick's
it's
wrist
that ex-
and Tristan's wrist, and she's pulling both of them onto the ship. Let's go.
It gets on.
Okay.
It's like, you hang up. No, you hang up.
It's
That's what I was going for. Like, you first. Oh, no, you first.
But as we're going, I'm saying, rage is still affected,
All right.
and I get to do another wild magic.
Okay. Then.
And then. Nope, go ahead. I'll just.
Go, Finnick.
I'll just cast protection from evil and good again on Whisper as we're departing on the airship.
Okay. How long does that last?
7 years.
10 minutes.
All right. All right. As you all begin to turn and make your way onto the airship, Rainer is just going to kind of raise his hand and motion forward towards all of you, and all the elementals are going to instantly begin full speed moving towards you.
I'm gonna look over at whoever's on the airship. I'm gonna say, gunners, aim for the big guys. Whoever's steering this thing, get us out of here. Fly that way. And I'm gonna point in the direction of our house.
Yeah.
We're about to get one thing up. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I know. The worst. The worst, guys. I'm sorry. The worst.
Can I shoot from the ship?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Well,
I'm gonna grab Tristan. I know you want to protect people. You're being stupid. I'm gonna put my head against his in our usual way. Like, you don't gotta be the last person on every journey. I know you like to defend from behind, but stand in front of us sometimes. Some of us are about to collapse.
All right. As Gormrog, as you gather up onto the ship, you see 10 other people are already in various positions throughout the ship. The one you notice first and foremost is a human woman standing by the helm.
Write this down.
I'm sorry?
I said, write this down. It was a command to myself.
Tall, commanding presence. An outfit very similar to Percy's, though not as heavily decorated, but it still carries that very white stone blues and grays, as well as gold accents. They have long salt and peppered hair that's kind of tied up behind their head into a bun. You can see she has this like weathered and authoritative presence as you step onto her ship.
Mommy?
Sorry, mommy? Sorry.
Well, I see it's about time for us to take off then. Is everyone aboard? Yeah. As she says that, the ship lurches. There's those two as the three magic stones that kind of protrude from the deck all ignite suddenly. Whisper, roll a Constitution saving throw.
At advantage?
At advantage, yeah.
Oh, because the stones are elemental stones, aren't they? The stones in the airship.
18.
You feel your brain racked suddenly with like electricity. You don't take any damage because you're able to buckle down, but you feel like an instant like a flash migraine. Just suddenly, both your eyes feel like they're getting torn out of your head at this sudden increase in primordial energy around you. And you kind of almost feel the need to buckle down to your knees at the sudden influx of energy, but the whole ship rocks suddenly as it kicked the dust from the ground, which is a good deal off from where you are even. Suddenly explodes outwards as the sudden force of energy and every rune on the ship glows brightly. The whole ship lurching forward as the rear of the ship, where that large central crystal is held, suddenly arcs up and forward, launching all of you to in front. You feel the ship rocket off the ground. You see it begin to rise and arc. Gun is on. You see two individuals, one a tiefling with one female tiefling, fiery charcoal colored skin with these like red eyes. She's beautiful, gorgeous figure. Her horns kind of arch back and down her hair, down her neck before they come out like it's her hair like slicked back. Dressed in like dark leather with these subtle arcane symbols on her arms. You see her grab one of the arcane cannons and whip it around towards the elementals that are on the ground there. On the other side, you see a half-elf man, light-skinned, athletic build, windswept golden hair, this like tannish blouse that's kind of held open. He's got these like dark leather pants on with long rapier down by his side. You see him grab hold of the other gun and look back towards the tiefling. Ready whenever you are. Hold on. Ready for you, Captain. And you see the arcane symbols on both of the guns begin to ignite. Does anyone want to do anything?
Can I run over and cast guidance on both of them?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello there.
You make your way over. Is the sound working, by the way, for you, November Leaves? I see you keep doing the sounds, but it's not popping up on my end, but I see the symbol popping up. So I don't know if it's just, I'm not getting it on my side. Let me know if you are. You go ahead and cast guidance on both of them. And the tiefling, they both kind of, as you reach up and touch them on the shoulder, they turn around suspiciously at first, but then seeing that as you cast the spell, they both individually wink at you as
Excuse me, I just knocked my headphones off. I'm gay. I'm panicking.
All right, cool.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks, love. And they're gonna
Anytime.
As the ship kind of rears up and broadsides against the elementals, she's gonna fire off a blast towards the earth elemental. That's it's a D4.
Yeah.
That's 17. That is gonna hit. All right. As the ship broadsides these elementals and fires off, you see like each of the symbols on it as they power up and then expel the energy. They fire off, and this red burst shoots from the barrel, slamming into the elemental. You see it tear off its shoulder before it begins to reform. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna stay by the gunners, keeping an eye on the elementals chasing us.
Okay. Crew, are we staying and fighting here, or are we moving on to where are we going exactly?
We need to go past our house.
Yeah. We're getting Talon, and we're getting out.
This may come as a surprise to you. I don't know where you live. I don't even know who you are.
We're the Fist of Fate. We're the ones in charge of you now. We're going that way. I'm going to point in the direction of our house.
You feel the ship rock as Clover, I would say you notice at first a small bead of red flying towards you once more from the eye socket of Raynor.
Fireball!
As the ship, as you pointed out, the ship arches to the side. Large, massive explosion, exploding near the rear of the ship.
How far away is he now?
Probably about 300-ish feet.
Okay.
But you see the elementals beginning to move their way up onto the platform where you were previously and begin to engage with the guards that are standing there trying to battle against them. The ship begins to move. None of you, Finnick, you've been on an airship before. They move fast. This moves about double the speed of any airship you've ever been on.
Damn, okay.
And it is flying over the city. And as you are up now and looking out, you see the Spellwright's building, the Spellwright Sanctum. You see it's on fire. There's bits of stone exploded out from the inside through the walls, and like half of it's collapsed in on itself. You see a few wizards outside slaying spells at elementals around them, and you see this massive purple, like winged cat-like magical construct slamming down against the elementals that are accosting it. On it, you see a familiar gnome there, like gripping onto this magical reins of the creature. And you also see a familiar flaming pink hair down on the floor, moving this red liquid between her hands that is slicing into elementals around her.
Fuck!
Oh my god, that's so interesting.
Wendy! What are you doing? What's up, girly? Long time no see.
Clover would
Bitch.
say something smart about that, but she's currently having motion sickness from her first time ever flying.
Yeah. Not really tracking any of that. I'm just trying to figure out where the hell Semayor is.
Roll a perception check for me.
Guidance.
Because we saw Raynor. We saw all these elementals. Did we see her? Perception.
Guidance as well.
It's still a disadvantage because I'm exhausted. Plus guidance. Cool. It's not great. +3 for perception. That puts me at 15.
Okay. Between all the creatures you've seen before and looking around from this higher vantage point, you see you haven't seen Samayor at all. The stone protrusions could be from her, but you've also seen a lot of earth elementals in this area now, so it could be from that too. You're not quite sure.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to get surprised by a sudden appearance. So I'm gonna, while we're traveling, I'm gonna be keeping an active eye out. I just don't feel like saying that over and over again.
Yep. I'll if you do see her, I will point it out. Okay.
Thank you.
So as you're guiding the captain towards your residence, you see, for the most part, it seems relatively unaccosted at this point. The damage and wherever the elementals have been coming from doesn't seem to have crossed into where your home is, so it is relatively unbothered at the moment. You see your housekeeper outside, kind of tending the garden in lieu of all of the things happening. She has a job to do, and she's going to make sure it gets done. What's up, Clover?
I mean, no. Say go get safety! I yell.
As the ship, you pointing out your home, the ship arcs once more. You all have to grip as the the ship just kind of tilts to the side. You all holding on as like a speeding car. The momentum suddenly shifts, and you're almost rocked to the ground. But the ship lowers down. What exactly are we here for?
I'm leaning over the side.
Is anyone directly next to me?
If you want someone to be next to you, it's kind of free flow at this point.
Depends on where you're at, because I'm next to the gunners.
I would say that you and I were both looking out, so I might be.
Okay, just wondering.
What'd you say, Whisper?
I'm leaning over the side and I yell, Talon!
Because apparently I can speak with Talon now.
Yeah. And I yell, we're getting out of here. Come with us.
Are we getting off the ship?
Say that again?
Are we getting off the ship?
Are you?
Or are we just
No, we're calling him up to us.
Okay. I would like. Is the housekeeper? I mean, she's stopping, right? She sees us.
As this airship lands in the yard, she's like, "What the fuck?"
Like specifically, she sees us like on the.
We're not landing.
Okay, I'd like to throw 10 gold at her and tell her to take a vacation.
Okay.
Take the chickens with you.
Yes, Commander.
Commodore.
Sorry. It's a new. I've never had anyone ask for that before. I'm sorry. I'm learning. Okay, so you see her run towards the chicken coop and start chasing chickens around as insanity is suddenly ensued as Talon kind of bursts out from the barn that the horses are held in. Kind of runs out, looks up towards you. You see that his head cock in confusion for a minute before he flaps his wings and launches up towards the airship. Instantly, the half-elven gunner, seeing this griffin suddenly start flying towards them, whips the cannon around.
I'm gonna try and stop him. Just like, that's our friend.
Okay.
He's with us.
As soon as Talon's on board, I'm going to turn to the navigator and go, Vasselheim, now.
Yeah.
Okay. Very well. Then let's go. Everyone, all hands, brace. You see everyone kind of grip down for a minute before the ship rockets off.
As we take off again, Clover throws up on Gormrock's shoes.
They've been paying attention to the vomit, just making sure she doesn't fall off.
Sorry.
You're okay. Thank you.
All right. As that happens, airship music. So, as the ship begins to make its way out from Western, climbing up into the air as it goes, you see explosions happening in the distance. You see electricity bolts flying, and you hear the sound slowly growing quieter and quieter as you rise up into the air. Pike, you see Finnick, you see Pike on the side of the ship, her eyes just kind of red as with tears kind of streaming down their face as she stands towards the back of the ship watching Western disappear into the distance.
I'm just gonna walk up next to her. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm sure Percy will be okay. Just all those people.
I know. I mean, I'm sure you've dealt with similar things in your past. But we're gonna try and stop this. We're trying to get to the rest of the blades so they don't get to him first.
I'm gonna need you to tell me everything about these blades that you know, Finnick. Because it seems like you may know more than me now.
And I will fill her in on the history locations of said blades.
Okay.
I know they're made from the souls of the primordials.
Exposition.
I know, yeah. Life blade is in Vasselheim. There's one blade in a desert. The wind blade is in a desert. The water blade is on a ship in the ocean. Yeah, and life blade is in Vasselheim.
Okay. That being said-
Waterblade is on the boat of the gentleman who is now doing dealings in international waters. I don't know. I'm making shit up.
I was about to say, since when? Since when? Yeah, so filling her in on the entire situation. And I guess just sort of catching up as best I can with her.
Okay. As the ship is traveling, is there anything anyone wanted to do?
Is there what?
Is there anything that you all would like to do in this time? As the ship has now left Western.
I guess I'd just go around getting to know everybody, introducing ourselves and making sure, like, I get acquainted with them. And then I would need to just collapse. Take a long rest if I can.
Sure. As you begin to make your rounds around the ship, the first person you speak to being the captain. Well, I suppose introductions are in order. I'm Captain Alara Stormrider. This is my ship, though I believe it's now under your ownership. You said your names were the Fists of Fate, correct?
Yeah. I'm Gormug. That over there is Whisper. That's Tristan. Rennick. Clover. And Talon.
Well, I can say I don't think I've ever had a griffin on my ships before. Though there's a first time for everything.
He's a good boy.
Well, I certainly hope so, because otherwise you'll be cleaning up after him.
Well, I might still have to clean up after him, but that doesn't mean he's not good.
If your bird can't use the bathroom outside of my ship, what is the point of having wings?
Oh, I just meant like carcasses and gifts.
Anyways, so that being said, we are headed for Vasselheim, you said? Is there any reason to believe that we will be accosted along our trip, or are all the people after you we just left behind?
Honestly, cannot answer that
Well, that's
with any degree of certainty.
wonderful. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah, they're probably after us. So, yeah, we should just prepare for anything.
Very well. I assume that you will be taking up shifts of guard duty. This isn't a vacation trip, so I expect you to carry
How long
your
is
weight.
the trip?
Should be about 5 days.
I need at least 2 long rests.
Well, you can sleep on your time and work on all the others.
All right.
That being said, is there any questions you have for me during this?
How can we help?
You can go ahead and go get a mop and begin cleaning the decks. Some of you can go ahead and connect with our engineers and get some basic understanding on how to fix some of the bits of the ship that if they become damaged. Those of you that are more magically inclined, seek out the gunners to learn how to operate the cannons. If any of you know how to read maps, our navigator is more than capable of doing so, but they can explain to you how to do that on a ship like this. That being said,
I mean, Clova is our best shot. I think that given that she is both incredibly accurate with long-range weapons and magically gifted, I think that'd be an excellent use of her time to learn those arcane cannons. What do you think?
I'm already there. I didn't even wait for you to say
Mm-hmm.
that.
I'm sorry.
Turn
Rick,
around and she's already on the cannon, just like, so which one makes it go boom?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Where, for those magically inclined, did you recommend?
either meet up with the engineers or the gunners. The engineers, you can help repair some of the enchantments should they begin to deteriorate, and you need magic to operate the cannons, so...
Since Clover looks like she's got the gunners covered, I guess I'll head down to the engineers.
Very well. Okay. What, alright, as you head into the hull of the ship and look around, as you come down into the first floor, it's mostly a large hold with the center of the ship with the grating above. You can see into this area. There's minimal supplies down here, mostly just food and water set up for the trip. That doesn't seem like they're actually transporting anything, though there's plenty of space if they decided to do so. You see a kitchen off towards the front of the ship on this floor, where behind the in that space you see a halfling woman, little round, but she has this very jovial nature to her as she kind of moves around in the space, picking up some of the bits that have fallen from the sudden departure. Colorful, like, apron draped around her neck. You see her eyes kind of twinkle even in the shadowed space of her kitchen. As your attention's kind of brought towards her, you feel a slight, like a slight tap to the back of your leg as you feel a little kick. And as you turn and look around, you see a little older for gnomes, about 60 in gnome years, old, fiery red hair gnome. These large goggles kind of strapped across his face. His arms are crossed with these dirty, like, work clothes. Something I can help you with? You, kind of lifts up his goggles and just these rings around his eyes of soot.
I came down to... Sorry, I came down here to try and help you guys out. I was told if I was more magically inclined to come down here.
Okay. So my name is Silas. You're gonna be with me. I hope you know how to use a hammer, because it's not all fixing magic things. We gotta fix some holes every once in a while too. So follow me, let's get going. There's already things to be fixed. Gotta keep these crystals in tune. The alignment needs to be set up right. I hope you're ready, because there's a lot we gotta learn. Are you ready? Because there's a lot. Are you sure? Come on, I need a commitment from you. Let's go. Are you ready? What is your name? You didn't say your name. Did you say your name? My name is Silas. I need you to focus. You seem very distracted, a little stressed. I don't know what's going on with you. Please, come on. I need you to focus up.
I got a lot going on. Of course I'm hella stressed. My city just got attacked. I'm going to a home where my abusive parents live. And no shit, I don't know shit about engineering. I got magic, so if I don't know how to fix something, I use fucking mending. What else am I supposed to do?
All right, well, the mending spell will help. Let's just go. Come on. Janet starts leading you off to the back of the ship.
Yeah, as he's pulling me off, the reality just sort of sets in of what she just said, and she's like, "Fuck," and her complete my complete demeanor just sort of changes. But I'm here to help, and I will help.
Okay. Real quick shout out. Hello, Raiders. Thank you for joining us. All right. Clover, you are meeting the gunners, correct?
I am.
All right. So, 2 gunners, as I've already described, the tiefling woman, and the half-elf male. Who did you want to... What do you want to do?
They're both. Are they like on opposite sides? Or...
Yeah, they're opposite sides, but as you kind of go over to them, they to learn the system, they kind of make their way over towards you.
Oh, I'll talk to both of them. Clover Hexcomb reporting for duty.
The tiefling woman kind of wraps her arms in front of her chest. Well, hello to you, Clover. Aren't you the most interesting little thing I think I've ever seen?
Well, you're pretty interesting looking yourself.
Well, thank you. I certainly do try. This is my associate and fellow gunner, Finian. I am Seraphina.
Nice to meet you. I know how to work with ranged weapons, and I can see pretty far.
Well, that's always going to be helpful. Why don't you come over and give this a shot? She kind of puts her hand on your back, just caresses the upper back of your, like runs a finger up your spine almost. Please, grab hold.
I'm doing so.
Grip it tight now.
Okay.
And she begins to go over the process of actually shooting the cannons. Not much to it. It's kind of... There's no strange mechanics to it that you wouldn't expect. There is a charging round, so you have to charge the cannon up for 1 round and then it can fire.
Okay.
But besides that, there's not much to it. The other stats are on the sheet I gave you guys.
Yep.
Okay. Gormrog.
Can I practice? Can I
Yeah.
get a practice round?
Yeah, go ahead. You sit there. As you gather up on the cannon, they okay. Seraphina, you see her hands kind of begin to form symbols before she shoots out this target out of arcane energy as she casts minor illusion out in the distance. Well, Clover, let's see what you can do. Go ahead and let me see. Give it a shot.
Okay. I would like to focus on the minor illusion and shoot.
Go ahead. All right. So as you grip hold, you begin to pull down the triggers, and you see the energy on the arcane symbols kind of begin to glow. You feel the vibration in your hand as the cannon begins to charge with energy. You aim down the sights towards the symbol, and the symbol ignite down the barrel with little pops of explosive energy before the beam erupts from the front. Go ahead and roll your attack.
What would you like me to roll?
Roll a d20, add your dexterity modifier, and then add your what is it, +8 for the cannon?
So 20 plus dex plus 8.
Say, yeah.
28.
Explodes through the symbol, the target. You see it explode outwards as the beam kind of continues before puttering out and dispersing in the distance. Well, that seems you're quite capable, Clover.
Oh, that was fun.
Care to try it again?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. Let's see how many you can hit. And she kind of brings up 3 targets now.
So do 3 in a row?
Yeah.
Okay. $22.
Hit.
Ooh. 30
Yep.
and 21.
Hit. Okay, they all hit. They explode, all three of them, charging the cannon each time before fires off. The half elf kind of holds onto the rail next to the cannon, watching you fire off watching you fire them off. You see him kind of sweep back his golden hair and crosses his arms in front of you. Well, that's not bad at all. I don't think you'll make a great gunner yet.
When I shoot, is there any I'm not sure what the word is, blowback? If that sounds correct. Is there like something that hits me when I shoot?
You feel
Recoil?
Listen, listen, Finnick, I said I don't know the word, okay?
That was Cece, not Finnick!
Technically, both are correct in this situation because heavy weapons have blowback and there is recoil. Both they're different things, but they're technically the same thing.
Blowback was like a terrible word, and I just said something like offensive.
No, both work. There is a little bit of recoil as the cannon fires, and there's also a bit of blowback as the runes kind of put off this small explosion as they shoot down the barrel.
Okay,
so
well,
it goes when you feel like a small burst of wind against your face before the whole cannon rocks back.
Awesome. So when that happens, I like it to make the fur on my face and my skin just go back like that. So when I turn back and smile at everyone, I look fucking crazy.
Okay. All right. Gromrog, what are you doing?
I guess if we're not resting yet, I'd be looking for the navigator.
Okay.
Navigators, because there's two of them.
Yes. As you make your way towards the captain, you see the two individuals kind of flanking her. You see a elven woman, slender and you see her, each step she takes is like this almost graceful dance. You see she's wearing a outfit similar to the captain's, though not nearly as intricate. There's no sleeves, and it's kind of just this vested top. And you see the intricate tattoos adorning both of her arms that seem to give off this almost faint glow. Long silver hair kind of in the wind, just flapping against the breeze. You also see a dwarf man, kind of typical dwarf stout, braided beard adorned with these small trinkets. And you see his hair is kind of balding on the top with this U shape that comes to a braid behind his head. And you see him wearing this practical leather armor with these bits of metal chunks across the chest and on his shoulders. You see a navigation tool. I forget what it's called. What's the thing? The navigation
Compass?
No, not I know what compass is. The thing that you look through with the curve.
Telescope?
No, it's got a name.
Oh, the one that has the curve thing on the bottom to tell you what angle you're looking at. What? I know what it is.
All right.
Navigator's tools.
You see him carrying a set of navigator's tools at his side. Whereas the elven woman, you see these leather tubes kind of strapped to her side.
She carries the maps. He's the eyes. Hey, how you doing? I'm Gormrog. I figure if I'm gonna help anybody, it's gonna be you guys.
The elven woman kind of speaks up first. Hello, Gormrog. I'm Tavrin. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I've written.
Oh, and I'm Kale.
Likewise. Kyle?
Kale.
Kale.
Kael. It's Kale.
Pleasure to meet you both.
We'll save that.
It's a pleasure to me. I don't know about you. You may have difficulty.
Something we can help you with there, Gormrog.
Other way around. I'm trying to help you.
Well, how do you think you can help us exactly?
You're the navigators?
Aye.
Teach me how to help you navigate.
Oh, good. Just what I wanted to do, teach. Now, Kale. Let's see what the boy can do. They, begin to teach you how to navigate. Mostly her. Whisper, what are you doing?
None of the options really appealed to Whisper. So as everyone's running off to go help, Whisper's gonna go to Talon and try to bring him to an area where nobody's really paying attention on the ship and try to be inconspicuous so no one puts her to work.
Roll a stealth check for me.
That there's always one.
On brand, at least.
That's a 10.
So you kind of lead Talon up towards the front of the ship and have him like post up. And you kind of just seeing what you're trying to do. He kind of like stretches his wings out a bit and tries to look inconspicuous, but he's being very conspicuous.
Yeah.
And you kind of snuggle up against his chest up at the front, and you feel the wind just kind of blowing against your face. And for a minute, it's actually really nice. You have never really flown in an airship before, and for a few minutes is actually a bit of peace before you see a mop kind of tossed up next to you from behind Talon. The slop of the wetness just against the deck next to you. I believe I told you to get mopping.
Is this the captain?
Yep.
I thought you told me to take care of my bird, as you called him. And that's what I'm doing, see? Care.
I expect this deck to be clean. She turns and walks back up to the helm.
Bitch.
What is Tristan doing?
So Tristan is at the back of the ship, and he's while everything's happening, he's looking over. And then, unless someone talks to him, he's gonna look around. He's gonna keep expecting to see what the physical aspects of it, the ship were to be aborted for anyone who can defend themselves, and he's just expecting and looking around, but not like walking around the ship from the back of the ship. Also watching what's coming through the fog or whatever possibly coming through. I don't know if I should roll a check for that.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
2 plus something stupid. 2, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah. You don't really... as you're getting up into the higher elevations now, the air is kind of getting a little more heavy with clouds. The air is a little thinner, though not to the point where you're having trouble breathing, but you can sense that it is getting a little thinner.
All right, so
as you kind of look around, you do see the sun beginning to set in front of, like, it's not setting 100% yet, but you see it starting to get low in the sky as the ship flies off.
I missed what you said.
As the
cut
ship
out.
flies, can you guys hear me?
You just cut off for a second.
Oh, okay. As the ship is traveling west now, you see the sun beginning to make its way lower and lower in the sky ahead of you, though it's not setting quite yet.
All right. So before then, as I'm walking around, I'm gonna be looking and I'm gonna see if there's any sort of. I'm gonna be expecting to see if there's any sort of like on arms aboard defense on the ship of people who are
Like
able
swords
to
on the ship.
Yes, like people who are paid to, if someone just jumps off the ship off of birds or anything to defend the ship without.
Okay. As you kind of look around, you see some of the crew carry weapons. You see an Arakakra that's kind of up in a bird's nest. You see her with this a bow kind of slung in front of her. You see her eyes kind of scanning around in the distance. You see that one of the gunners has a sword, as the other one does not. There is, but besides that, the captain would be the only other one that it looks like that carries a sword. And the dwarven navigator, you see he has some sort of metallic thing kind of strapped on his back that kind of latches onto his shoulder, but it doesn't. You're not really quite sure what that is. It's not unlike anything you've ever seen before.
So I'm just gonna I'm gonna walk up to him, and I'm gonna just be like nonchalantly, hey, quick, is this ship equipped to defend and mutiny or an on-boarding attack? Do we have people capable of defending that kind of fight?
Who are you asking?
The guy with the you told me with the
dwarf. Okay, so
yeah.
Gormrog, you see Tristan make his way over towards you and the two navigators. Yeah, we can take care of ourselves. We've been doing it for quite a while.
Have you guys defended against a physical attack on board the ship?
Yeah, we've dealt with our fair share of pirates.
Okay. Okay. And you say is Gormy around?
Yeah, he's right next to you.
All right. So when he says that, I look at him and I give him more of like a it's on us nod.
So, as this day begins to come to a close, the ship sailing out across the land, the sun beginning to set in the distance, you all kind of finishing up your various tasks for the day, gather up on the deck of the ship once more. And is there anything you all would like to do before heading off?
The moment I get a chance to take a long rest, I'm collapsing, just exhausted. Clover, you're muted.
Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, so we're all going off to sleep now.
Well, I'm giving you guys one last chance to gather on the deck of the ship to see if there's anything you'd like to discuss or anything like that before.
What order of watch are we taking?
Tristan did want to find Finnick.
Try and find me, I guess. Finnick is just sort of sat away in a corner, just quiet, looking. I'm looking spacey, like just zoned out in some random corner of the ship.
He's gonna look over and does he find her? Do I find her?
I mean, the ship's not that big.
Oh, okay. So I find her. See, and then I woke up and I have something, and it's a small toy that I had. I've been holding on to for myself for a long time, and I place it next to her.
What is this?
When I thought that I had nothing, this always showed me I had something.
What does the toy look like?
It is a rhino. It's a rhino, but it's green. It's a green rhino. It's like toy. It's like a rubbery plastic. It's not solid. It means nothing. It's just a piece of something. And
Thank you.
you're welcome. I've realized that other people go through a lot more than I go through. And I feel like this helped me, and I feel like it can help you.
Thank you, Tristan.
I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know what's about to go down. I don't know if the ship's going to even make it to where we're going. I don't trust any of these people. I trust none of them.
But you trust us.
That's what I trust.
And you know, we're gonna make it there as best we can.
Oh, no, we're going to make it. There's no best we can. We're going to make it.
Tristan, I'm terrified. If I'm being completely honest. I'm scared of what we left behind in Westruun and what waits us in Vasselheim.
I hope it doesn't come as displeasure, but I'm also terrified.
Well, good to know we're in the same boat. Or should I say airship? I
But
haven't been to Vasselheim in years.
are you
And
scared more of going to Vasselheim or the trip to Vasselheim?
I'm terrified of what will face me in Vasselheim. As what I found out at the Cobalt Soul is that my parents are still residing in Vasselheim. They had been summoned back there for a reason I'm unaware of.
And Tristan, when she says that, he sits and he kind of does like a plop to the ground and does like a nice little shoulder to shoulder nudge, like getting close, but close and the what I've learned during my travels with the most barbaric people in the world is that I hate. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm saying it out loud. It's not just me saying it.
Just say it.
We can always live to be another day. There it is. I said it. Gormy says it. I said it. I said it. All right. All right.
Good job, Tristan. You're learning.
And then, very seriously, we are going to make this. We don't know who's around us. Listen, I'm scared. I'm terrified. I'm looking out the back of the ship. I'm waiting for a single fire of anything to try to tear us down.
I mean, Clover seemed to man those guns pretty well. At least. I mean, like you said, we can only deal with it as it happens.
You sound like him now. Damn it.
What can I say? Gormrog has a influence. Says some pretty wise shit.
Yeah. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be breathing. But besides that,
I feel like we're all in that boat. But sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
we're all on the same boat. Literally. We are going to get through this. And if there's one thing I can promise, I can't promise that we will all make it out alive with everything that happens, but there's one thing I can promise you and everyone here. I will do everything I can to make sure that we all make it out the best we possibly can. I'm not promising survival. For the better of the world, after living and destroying things I didn't want to destroy, and being in this position now, I think we got it.
I greatly appreciate that, Tristan. I know we're all going to try our best. And there's nothing more that I could ask for than for us to try. But it still shakes me to my core, thinking about the possibilities that could happen when we land there. I haven't been to Vasselheim in almost 4 years. And like I told you all earlier, some of those people might think I'm dead. So I'm just scared of what will happen if anyone recognizes me.
If you get scared, just know that all of us have your back. You have a wall. We built it together. If they want to try to get past that wall, very good luck.
I just sort of lean my head on Tristan's shoulder.
Okay. With that, you all kind of make your way off to your various bunks for the evening. It's gonna roll to a close that first night. Your first night sleeping on an airship.
What order of watch are we doing?
Anyone? Anyone taking watch at all?
I'll do the first one.
Yeah,
I'm
Whisper
too
wants to be down the
exhausted.
first one. Yeah.
All right. Who's first? I'm sorry. Whisper and Finnick?
No, not Whisper.
Oh, not Whisper. Okay.
I'll take the first watch.
All right.
She moved off and Tristan passed out.
It's just like when I sort of like take his head off my shoulder and I try to sneak away. Just like sleep well, buddy.
All right. So Finnick, you make your way up onto the deck, and you see another of the deckhands there. This large Earth Ganassi man just kind of standing there up towards the front of the ship, arms crossed across his chest. Just kind of his head slowly scanning the horizon ahead of you all. You see one of the navigators at the wheel, the elven woman, just keeping the ship flying straight. You make your way up there, the darkness kind of all encompassing around you, just the faint bit of stars and the 2 moons shining above. And there's the 3 crystals that glow around you.
I'm just gonna walk up to them, sort of take a minute to admire the moons and the stars, while still trying to stay alert. Just sort of lean up against the railing.
Roll a perception check for me.
14.
Okay. You kind of lean your arms against the rails. Your hair is instantly caught by the wind and just whips out to the side and around you. Though it's much shorter now that you've cut it. It is still drawn to.
I haven't cut it yet, though. We haven't had time.
Okay, I forgot if you did or not.
We haven't had time yet.
So it whips out to the side. As you kind of glance outwards, you see while it is dark, there is a bit of moonlight that kind of cascades along the edges of Tal'Dorei below you. You see the mountain range just south of you. A mountain range you've passed before. Small, just north of Heimel, you see the Iron Seat Ridge Mountains. They look a little different than what they did when you passed them. You see between them, you see the ground glowing red, as if the ground beneath was burning.
I guess just sort of acknowledging it, sort of processing it. Just gonna make an offhand comment of, when I was a little girl, my mom used to say I would sit up there one day.
As you say that, you remember the rumors that were passed to you not long ago of an elemental rift appearing in that space. And it looks now that it was one of the fire planes that ripped in that space, and you see that spreading out from the mountains in that area as lava looks like it etches its way down the mountains. Roll a history check for me.
Oh god, okay. History is shit.
History or religion, I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, in that case, that's 15.
Okay. As you glance at the ridge, you remember the stories of the primordials and their stations of power before the fall. And you know that the Iron Seat Ridge is considered the throne seat of the fire elemental. It was where he commanded from. And it seems as if his influence is returning to the area. But besides that, nothing seems to accost you on your journey for the evening. Your shift eventually comes to an end as the cool night air brushes against your skin as you draw closer to your home.
That's not what I call home. What I call home is the people on these ships.
Who are you going to wake up next? Or who's taking the next shift?
I'll probably go back down to where I was and kick Tristan's boot. You wake him up for the next shift.
Okay.
Like, you're it.
Okay.
Oh, and it's automatically knowing just.
Hey, Tristan.
Goes,
So?
and Tristan goes right to Gormy's room because I know he has a double long rests and all that, and I want to make sure he's resting. I'm not going to sleep there. I'm gonna go make sure he's all right.
Yep. Okay. Check on Gormrock.
Knocked out.
Yeah.
Completely
Snoring the loudest he's ever snored.
dead to the world.
But eventually you make your way up to the deck of the ship. The watches have changed. The dwarven man is now helming the ship, as the female tiefling is there, making her rounds, looking over the edge, making sure the cannons are operational and prepared. And then go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Oh, 18 plus 18, 19, 20, 22, 23.
Okay. 23, you see the Iron Seat Ridge, as I've already described it, glowing in the distance. You see the moons and everything else, but nothing else seems to catch your attention or draw your eye towards it as you watch. Anything you'd like to do?
I'm just gonna take a light pace around the ship, to just see who's at hand and see weapons and all that. I'm not looking for inventory. Just Tristan doing his due diligence of seeing who can handle themselves if a mutiny or not a
I've already
mutiny.
described, there's the dwarf you've spoken to, and the tiefling woman who is inspecting the cannons and kind of keeping watch as well.
Okay, so that, and then after our things are okay, I'm gonna go down real quick just to make sure that Gormy's room is watched. And he's because I know he's passed out, and I'm gonna stay on the part of the boat where it's close to his door, but where I can see out into the air.
Okay.
Outside.
So, as your shift ends, who's going to take over the next?
Before his shift ends,
Yeah.
Clover would like to wake up and
Okay.
go talk to him.
Okay.
Okay,
Wake up and you see Tristan kind of like seated at the bottom of the stairs, keeping an eye on Gormrug's room.
yeah, so I'm like really tired and like rubbing my eyes. I'd like to go sit next to him and say, I'm having a really hard time sleeping on this ship. I was wondering if you would play that song you always play on your flute.
Would you like to hear it?
Yeah.
All right. I just need a second. I haven't pulled it out in about 2 weeks, so I have to. And he does all the dusting all the stuff out of it.
I know. I've missed it.
but goes and stops and actually takes a second to for real. And as he grabs it in his hands and goes to put his fingers on the areas where he is normally ready to play the parts of his song, he gets like a chest feeling and a feeling of something he hasn't done in a while that gives him the reason to do it in that moment. It's something that wouldn't be known unless you know what you're in, that kind of thing. And he stops for a second, and for a simple second, Tristan, myself, forgets what's happening. Watching Gormrog, making sure the ship's safe and everything is copacetic. He just stops for a second, takes a breath, and then goes to just start playing a random melody and closes his eyes and just lets it play.
Okay.
Without even thinking about anything else.
Then I'm going to make you roll as you play the song that Clover X'd, the tune filling the space in the ship. As you two sit down next to each other. Wow, damn, party of 12. Thank you so much for the raid, guys. That threw me off there for a second. As the two of you kind of take a moment to yourself, you see the tiefling woman kind of poke her head over the edge of the stairwell to look down at you, the pair of you, before giving a brief smile and going to continue her walk around. But as that faint melody plays and it's just you two, is there anything you'd like to do before your shift ends?
I'd like to say that was a natural 20. I swear to God on my entire life. I swear to God on my entire life.
As he plays the song, it feels like a natural 20. Like, it's the most soothing moment I've ever experienced. Like, am I on an airship right now? I don't think so.
I had to wait. Like I'm honestly, I want to turn the camera onto this damn.
So, with a natural 20, this is the best you've ever heard Tristan play, and you two sit there, and it's hard to remember all the things going on around you as you are enjoying this moment, just the two of you.
Tristan, I don't know what this is, but it will make me feel like I'm on solid ground.
Oh my god.
I'll stay up for the next watch if you want to go get some rest.
He's gonna play for a minute or two later after that, and then he's going to go up against Gormy's door and then pass out.
I'll stay up for the next watch.
Okay.
We're all kicking our feet right now.
Okay.
Gormbrock, if you were paying attention, you would already know.
All right. So, Clover, as you step up on the deck, you see the crew kind of shifting out as the other gunner takes a post, relieving the tiefling. You see the another woman kind of take helm of the ship, one you haven't seen yet. She has these like golden eyes and silver hair that almost give off this slight glow in the night sky. And she wears these long robes that kind of just catch the wind and almost seem to float around her. And she kind of takes hold of the helm of the ship. But you now stand there on the deck, the wind kind of pressing against your face as you sail off into the night sky. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
That was a 25.
Okay. As you look around, you can see a bit more detail. You see from behind you, you see the faint lights of Western as you depart further and further away from it. You see that you don't see any further explosions off in that distance, but you do see the red glow from the Iron Seat Ridge, as I've already described it. But besides that, there's not much else going on in this evening, as for the first time in what seems like a bit, there's actual quiet.
Since this is the last walk, right?
Yeah.
Can I go to where you said there was a kitchen and see if I can help, like towards the end of my shift?
Sure.
And see if I can help out with breakfast?
Sure. As the shift begins to end and the sun rises behind you, you eventually begin to make your way down, and you see that the woman the halfling woman, already getting up and donning her colorful apron, beginning to clean and get pots and pans out, moving with that typical energy that you've gotten from all of the other halflings you've been around. And as you come over to her, her attention pops up towards you. Hello, can I help you with something?
I just thought I'd help with breakfast.
Oh, if you'd like, sure, come on in. Well, just go ahead and start washing those vegetables for me.
Okay.
And the two of you begin to prepare breakfast as the day is getting ready to be started. That being said, Finnick.
Shit, do I need to adjust the lighting here? Do I need to... There, I'm ready.
Finnick. As you eventually finally find sleep, though taking you quite a bit of time as thoughts race through your head, you find yourself on the deck of the ship as you approach Vasselheim. You look around and you don't see anyone else there. There's no crew, none of your friends. Just you. As the sun you see beginning to turn to that fiery red color. The air begins to press against your flesh, and you feel your skin growing warm as you get closer. You feel your heart beginning to beat inside your chest. You instinctually flare out your wings as they whip around you. You see those familiar ashen bones.
No.
Told you
No.
weren't good enough. You see standing at the tip of the ship that golden armored figure. His brown hawk-like wings behind him flared out. You see the long pike he wields in one hand. This tip of it burst like a sun. He brings it up, drips it over his shoulder. Do you really think you can come home after all this? You hear the faint rattle of chains behind you. Like snakes crawling across the floor, you hear them approaching you from behind.
I've always been good enough. Just not good enough for you. As I just sort of straighten my posture, and I'm trying very hard to like ignite these wings.
You focus and you see the embers crackle and glow, but quickly they just diminish once more. You're weak, Finnick. He brings up his pike and slams it into the deck of the ship. And you've always belonged to him. You're an embarrassment. You hear that, the rattling of chains growing closer and closer behind you.
You're an embarrassment to your own faith. Taking his words and manipulating them to fit your needs.
I'm ashamed to call you my daughter.
I'm ashamed to call you my father.
With that, you feel chains wrap around your body and pull you back and lift your head up before you see them start to cover your mouth cover your face. You are thrust into darkness before you pop awake once more. Cold sweat against your brow.
I just sort of wipe the sweat from my brow and slowly sit up off of the floor from that corner I was hiding in earlier. I just start immediately looking around.
Okay.
Is that corner anywhere near? I walked away for a second by where I was waiting. I was at the ground. Nope. All right, never mind.
Okay. But
He's basically asking, am I anywhere near Gormrog's room?
That.
Kind of. The ship's not particularly large, so you're all kind of around each other.
I'm sitting outside of his door.
Yeah. But that being said, as you all begin to rise up the next morning, and make your way out to the deck at various times or to the kitchen.
Say the words.
That is
the 2 words. Just long rest. Just
say you all got a long rest.
Thank you. I've had the button open for like an hour now.
Yes, you got a long rest.
I can breathe.
Down at 2 exhaustion points. But that is where we're going to call it for tonight.
Trauma.
Was one hell of an episode.
Damn.
Thank you to all the raiders that joined us tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Really appreciate, you guys coming and checking us out. We will be back Wednesday with Queer and Present Danger by our amazing Finnick, where she gets to DM a group of, frankly, lunatics.
Chaos.
Hey.
Tom,
You're not wrong, but like, hey.
one of the bunch.
Yes.
You have no room to talk.
Queer and Present Danger is our all LGBTQ plus cast, so you can check us out for that. They play in a homebrew world with Finnick as the DM. I'm sorry, CC as the DM. Also, on our YouTube page, our last week's episode of Goodberry Cafe, where Jem got to play Before the Storm with some amazing people. Who was on that show again, Jem?
It was the Tabletop News crew, Mariah and Alejandra. No, Tabletop Talk, yeah. Tabletop Talk crew, Mariah and Alejandra, and DM Jose G.
Yes.
From Cast Parties Fables of Fandrea. DM.
Cast Parties Fables of Fandrea, that's right. Couldn't remember exactly what that was called. That's currently on our YouTube page, youtube.com/NewAgeGeeks.
So good.
Really good. Check it out.
It was a really good stream.
We will be back next week. Same bat time, same bat place for another episode of Forging Fates. We are going to raid someone, but we're going to go to our ending screen. So I've got nothing else. You guys got anything else? Happy birthday, Adam. We love you. Sarah.
Happy birthday, Adam.
Happy birthday.
Love you. I got nothing
Don't forget,
else.
we love you, geeks.
We love you guys. Good night.
Thank you.